There lived a young lady named Favor. She's from a wealthy family, and Favor decided to spend her Easter holidays in the village. The thought of the Easter holidays brought her so much joy, creating cherished memories that would last a lifetime. She began to pack her bags, preparing to go to the village. When she got to the village, after spending her holidays in the village, she prepared and came back to her family. On her journey coming back home, Favor found herself stuck in a queue, anxiously waiting for her turn to proceed because the traffic was much. The situations grew increasing frustrating with each passing minute, testing her patience. Hunger knocked at her stomach, urging her to find something to eat. She suddenly noticed a woman holding apple in her hand. The sight of the delicious fruits made Favor long for their taste. Favor called out for the apple seller to come closer. The woman approached, her step accompanied by a persistent wink. In an unfortunate twist, the wind began to blow, fearlessly causing Favor's money to flew out through the open windows. Favor reaching into her expensive purse and brought out money, she confidentially told the woman that she would like the biggest apple. Without hesitation, the apple seller wrapped the apple in a nylon and handed it over to Favor. In return, Favor handed her money to the woman, feeling a mist of accomplishment and satisfaction. Then, the apple seller, she was wearing a mysterious smile, returned to her previous spot. Favor started wondering why the woman had been laughing, unable to understand the reason behind the woman's joy. Without any delay, Favor ate the apple like a hungry lion. She continued to eat until she felt completely satisfied. It did not take long for the traffic to clear, and she made her way back home. Throughout her journey, Favor became restless, as if a snake was in her stomach. She finally reached home and rushed to her bedroom to get some rest. As she closed her eyes, an unfamiliar voice kept calling her name. Curiously, she turned to see who it was, only to find out nobody was there. Maybe it was my mom calling me, she said to herself, making her way to her mother's room to respond to the supposed call. Favor mom was surprised and told Favor that she didn't call her. Favor returned to her room feeling exhausted and an intense pain from her stomach. She grabbed her stomach and collapsed on the bed. Closing her eyes in an attempt to sleep, suddenly she heard the same voice. Again, this time accompanied by a touch. "Mom," she screamed, jumping awake and searching the room for the mysterious hand that had touched her. But there was no one there. Fear gripped her as she anxiously wondered what was happening. Favor hurried to her mom's room, seeking solace and safety. "You are here again? I thought you said that you needed some rest," her mother, Mary, asked her. Favor responded, her voice filled with fear. "I couldn't sleep in my room. It felt like someone was repeatedly calling my name." She then slept in her mommy's room. But before she closed her eyes, she contemplated in her mind the possibility that her mommy may have been playing tricks on her. Mary, overwhelmed by worry, could not help but wondered if something has happened to Favor while she was in the village, or if Favor was simply stressed. She kept on thinking about the situation. The day grew darker, and Emma, Favor's father, honked the car horn, waiting for Musa, the gatekeeper, to open the gates. Mary called out to Favor, who was still lost in her peaceful sleep. "Your father is back." Favor went and welcomed her father, who had just entered the sitting room. Favor complained to her father that she was experiencing severe stomach ache. Her father suggested it might be hunger and instructed her to go to the kitchen and get some food for herself. After spending some quality time together as a family, everyone retired to their respective room for the night. As Favor opened her bedroom door, she searched her surroundings, searching for any sign of someone's presence. She found nothing. She covered herself with blankets and slept off. In a seeming desolate place, adorned with red clothes and blood-stain littering the floor, a group of scary-looking women stood in a straight line with blood-stain on their teeth. Favor found herself in the middle of this peculiar scene, her confusion and fear intensifying. "What am I doing here?" she silently questioned herself. Suddenly, a voice echoed from behind, revealing itself to be the same woman who had sold apple to her earlier. Attempting to flee, Favor felt a force preventing her from taking a step. "You can't escape, my daughter. This is your home now. The daughter of River find pleasure in your company," the woman declared, laughing loudly. She signaled to other witches who understood their assignments without the need for words. They forcefully held Favor's hand, forcing her to drink blood from the wooden cup. After numerous attempts, they successfully initiated her into their secretive coven. Favor lost touch with reality. Prepared to carry out any assignments given to her, the witches proceeded to dress her in their uniform and apply powder on her face. "You are now a full member of this esteemed witch kingdom. Attend our meeting every night and await your next assignment. This kingdom will require a woman head from you, but until then, be prepared," the woman stated, her laughter growing loud, awaking from her nerve-ending sleep. A strange aura surrounding her. She proceeded to take her bath, getting ready, and make her way downstairs for breakfast. Normally, Favor would greet her parents, but this time, she did not utter a word to them, eating her meal like a hungry lion, leaving her parents to be surprised about her sudden change in attitude. "Favor, I hope you are doing well," Mary asked, trying to understand the reason behind their daughter's mood swing. Instead of responding appropriately, Favor hissed at her mother, stood up and went to her room without uttering a word. It was another dreadful night. Everyone had retired to bed, except for the chanting of the birds outside. Suddenly, a mysterious voice pulled Favor awake. She quickly dressed in her meeting dress and vanished into thin air. She then reappeared before her fellow witches, who were pleased to see her obey their summon. I greet you, goddess of river, the one who commands the obedience of bed, and the one who controls our sleep. As a new member, Favor, you are required to present to us with the head of a member of your family. Since your father holds authority and power, we do not want him on the surface of the earth. This great kingdom demands his head. The head witch said, a wicked smile spreading across her face. Favor was shattered. Her father was the one person she could not harm. Are you not asking for too much from me? Favor questioned the Queen Mother. Either you comply or I take your breath away from you, the Queen Mother responded angrily. Favor had no choice than to agree. She was commanded to go to her father's room and behead him with the wave of the head witch hand. Favor disappeared from the meeting and reappeared at her home. Favor took a knife and sneakily made a way to her parents' room without making a sound. She approached her unsuspecting sleeping mother and casted a spell on her to induce a deep sleep. She held the knife tightly and mercilessly stabbed her father. As he took his last breath, he asked, haven't I been a good father to you? Favor proceeded to remove his head and disappear within their wicked kingdom. The witches were excited to see that their first assignment was a success. To avoid any suspicion, you must go back and inform the police that your mother is responsible for the painful death of your father, the head witch instructed Favor, annoyed but unable to disobey. In the morning, Mary was awakened by a knock at the door. As she woke up to answer it, she was surprised and terrified by the sight before her. Her husband's headless corpse. From the voice outside, giving her 10 seconds to open the door. Mary complied, only to find police officers standing there. So we were informed that a murder has taken place here, one of the officers said, handcuffing her. Mary cried out in protest, denying the allegation. However, her daughter stood there, wearing a wicked smile, accusing her of greedily killing her husband to inherit his wealth and to be with her boyfriend. The police dragged Mary into the police car, attracting the curious staring of the neighbors, who were eager to understand the reason behind her sudden arrest. Favor smiled, realizing her assignment has again been successful. She returned to her room filled with satisfaction.